here at the Essential Garden, we don't like to throw things out into landfill and create problems for our environment, so we repurpose them. This is my first wheelbarrow, my first concrete mixer, and my first watering can that we started when we first started here 23 years ago. It's got a little old, so instead of throwing it out, we repurpose it and plant plants in it. My wife Fiona is visiting her elderly parents in Hawke's Bay at the moment. She's not here, but they used to be, her father used to be a coal miner in a place called Blackball in the South Island, and he gifted us this, one of the original gold mining pans from those early gold mining days.
It's already antique.
This is an antique, and this pan was used to find the gold for our wedding rings.
Wow.
We got married 29 years ago.
That's wonderful.
and this is the pan that found the gold for our wedding ring. When I was talking about the anti-itch cream that we make, this is the plantain that we use. It's very early, it grows to a big round oval shape, but this is the leaf that contains the anti-itch properties that we use in our anti-itch cream. Two types of plantain. The common plantain, which a lot of gardeners curse every time they go outside, they see it. It's often referred to as white man's foot or Englishman's foot, because whenever the Englishmen colonised an area, this plantain would come up or pop up. It's called white man's foot. So this is the Plantago major. It has a stringier leaf, but the juices in here are very good if you get a mosquito bite, and you just break up the leaf and rub it onto your skin. Or if you come to the Essential Garden, we teach you how to make this, which I carry with me wherever I go, and that is an anti-itch cream using plantain.
It's very good for its skin, but unfortunately again, we don't have this in the Philippines. But don't be sad, because we have also herbs over there, equivalent to such herbs here.
When we built the garden, we wanted a place that you could sit nice and quiet, out of the wind. It's quite windy today, but there's not a lot of wind down here. When we built this, we dug out an area and then built the walls. And we were sitting down here and it just didn't feel very sunken. So we decided to plant rosemary on this side, and on this side we planted bay trees. So these are the bay leaf that you get when you use in your cooking. Usually when you buy them they're brown, but obviously these bay trees are alive and well. So you cut the bay tree leaf and you dry it, and then you can use it in your cooking to flavour sauces and stews and casseroles and so on. It's just finishing its flowering, but this is the beautiful Lacanadian. It's not a herbal plant, it's just a flower that we plant because, again, to use the bees to pollinate all of our flowers. Just like this rosemary is just full of bees at the moment. So this is the aloe vera plant. It's well known for its properties to soothe burning, whether you burn yourself in the kitchen, you've got a bit of sunburn. The gel of aloe vera is extremely useful for that. And the plant, even though you take a leaf off and produce that gel, It doesn't harm the plant at all by taking a leaf off. We make natural hand sanitizers here at the Essential Garden, and we use aloe vera gel because it's very soft on the skin, very good for the skin, and witch hazel, and a combination of essential oils. We use clove, lemon, eucalyptus, rosemary and patchouli. We combine those essential oils with the gel of aloe vera and witch hazel, and it makes a natural hand sanitizer.
Wow.
So what problems with hand sanitizers and a lot of products today is that they are petrochemical ingredients, or ingredients that are not really good for the human skin. So the producers of those products don't tend to worry about the fact that it is not good for the skin. They just want to sell their product. So if you can make your own natural insect repellent, insect relief cream, you are doing yourself and the environment a favour.
Now I'm going to apply this on my scalp, because aloe vera also can relieve you of dandruff and itchy scalp. Here, look at me. Philippines! We have plenty of this in the Philippines. So, don't worry about dandruff or itchy scalp because you have aloe vera. Look at me. I'm already applying this. Although I don't have itchy scalp, but because of the hot weather in the Philippines, usually we have this. It's not a disease. Dandruff is not a disease. It's just a very dryness of the scalp and itchiness. So, you start planting aloe vera now. It grows abundantly in our country. Look at me everywhere. Even the wrinkles of my skin. Aloe vera is very good for this.
That's nasturtium. It's a plant that you can pick the flowers and put into a salad. You can eat the flowers, and it's also, again, at this time of year, useful for the bees to get some feed while winter plants are yet to flower. So valerian is a plant that's planted in the cage so it doesn't get attacked by possum.
Where is it, brother? The valerian.
Just this one down through here.
Ah, the small leaves?
It's just coming back. It comes back every year, and that is very good for people that have depression. It's a calming, soothing herb. We also have meadowsweet. Meadowsweet is again, it comes through in the spring. We're experiencing spring in New Zealand now. The meadowsweet was the plant that was responsible for the pharmaceutical industry. In 1899, a chemist by the name of Felix Hoffmann synthesized salicylin, which is found in meadowsweet plants. And people that had headaches or pain would take meadowsweet. They'd go out to their garden and they would mix up some, or go to a medical herbalist and get prescribed meadowsweet. Well, Felix Hoffmann, who was working for a small paint and dye company at the time called Bayer, managed to synthesize meadowsweet, or the ingredient, constituent that you found in meadowsweet. So he recreated it in the lab, and that led to the production of a pill called aspirin. Now, Bayer sell 1 billion aspirin every year.
Amazing.
And that was just from that one discovery in the lab in 1899. So the pharmaceutical industry's only been around a couple of hundred years. It's plants and herbs have been around for thousands and thousands of years. So it's worthwhile going back to have a look at and talking to medical herbalists, people that know the constituents of various plants and herbs, and can prescribe for you plants that will do exactly the same as a pill from the pharmaceutical industry, but without the side effects. So possums are nocturnal, which means they come out at night, and you can see here the damage that they'll do to our trees.
They can climb over there?
They climb up here, and if the tree is not strong enough, it will break the branch. But the great thing about nocturnal animals, and particularly possums, is if there is one up in the tree at night time and you shine a light at it, their eyes become like two bulbs looking at you, bright bulbs, and they can't do anything. They can't move. It's like deer in the headlights. Well, it's the same with possums. So we shoot them and we trap them. So if you've got a light shining in their eyes, they're looking at you, and you've got a target right between the eyes, and it's a humane way of killing them. But if we didn't, we would be overrun.
Yes.
Eventually they would just eat everything. So this one here is called Job's Tears. It's a plant that produces seeds. I've got one here. And in the early days, when the seed was mature and it was round and black, they used to use these for rosary beads because it was impenetrable. It's a very hard seed, but it had a soft middle to it, so you could put a thread through it and thread the seed onto cotton or something like that and create rosary beads. So when the dried seeds are used, that's why it's called Job's Tears. See the sculpture? So this sculpture here is one that I did when I was making the blocks for one of our workshops. I had a little bit of cement left over. Normally the blocks are 100 mil deep, so 100 mils. This is about 25. I had a little bit of concrete left over, so I put it into a mould, and it produced a little thin block. So I carved the block that looks a little bit like a Picasso painting. So carved that and put it up onto the wall of the bure. So this is the taitoki tree. This is native to New Zealand, and the early Maori used to use it for a variety of reasons. One, they would take the leaves and put it on an open fire. The smoke would keep mosquitoes away.
Oh, really?
It has anti-itch properties, very similar to plantain. So if you were to make a tincture out of the leaves of the taitoki, you would be able to use it and rub it on your skin if you get bitten by a mosquito. So not only does it have anti-itch properties, it also has repellent properties. This is also native to New Zealand.
Yellow flowers. The yellow flowers?
No, this is buttercup. But this is native to New Zealand. This is the kawa tree.
Kawa?
Kawa.
Ah, kawa.
Yeah. Now, there's a lopa moth, right, which only eats kawa leaves. So you'll see in some of the leaves it has holes in it. So if you're using kawa, you make sure you pick the leaves with the holes in it, because the plant produces more of its goodness to go into the leaf to try and repel the moth And so the ones with the holes in it have more constituents in it than the ones without. Now this is very good for the skin. I use this in my moisturising cream, kawa tincture. It's also able to be cooked. It gives a peppery flavour, so they call it the pepper tree. But and these are the seed heads which pop up, and you're able to propagate it once the seeds have been propagated. But you can see,
You can plant that?
you can see the seeds coming off. Very similar to the foxglove, where one stem has thousands of seeds.
Foxglove.
It likes, it likes shade. It doesn't like to be in the full sun. So here we've got two trees, and you can see that they're getting to be quite strong, quite big trees now. This is a succulent. We call it the money tree, and it's because
I'll plant this.
yeah, you plant it. We call it the money tree because you save yourself so much money. That one plant that we had given to us by a friend has produced this,
Several.
and this one here, and these ones at the entrance, and all of the ones in the sunken garden. So one small leaf this size can be multiplied and split off, cut off a stem, plant it, it'll grow like that. You cut from that and create more, and you can have thousands of these for just that one plant that you've been given.
This is calendula. Brother Al is fortunate that he's able to grow this. This is very common in the Philippines. It is an herb for cancer, for fresh wounds, and so many properties of this plant. So I will let Brother Al describe this plant to you.
Calendula is named after the word calendar because it flowers all year round. It is one of the most beneficial flowers there is. It's antiviral, anti-inflammatory, anti-everything. If you take the flowers and put them into a jar and fill it with alcohol and leave it for 2 to 3 months, turning it every couple of days, the liquid will be gold. Okay, you can. That would result in what's called tincture, and that is a calendula tincture that you can use in the creams that you make for face cream, balms, body butter, anti-itch cream. All of those, the calendula flower can be used. I use it in my anti-itch because often when you get a mosquito bite and you're scratching, it breaks the skin. The anti-itch cream that I put in that has calendula in it, it also has cell repairing properties. So as soon as it touches the skin, any broken cells in the skin, the calendula will start to repair them straight away. So if you have a cut or a graze, you put a calendula cream on it, you'll notice that it clears up and heals a lot faster than if you hadn't put any cream on at all. So calendula, I swear by it. It's a fantastic flower. So if you want to know more about the Essential Garden and the workshops that we run here, you can find out all the information on our website, which is essentialgarden.co.nz. And if you go along the top, you'll see workshops. You can run down the workshops and we'll have herbal skincare, mosaic, soft stone sculpting, and a new workshop that we've just put out called eco printing, and that's where you take the natural tannins from various plants and leaves and you transfer it onto a silk scarf, a tote bag, through a process that we take you through, and that's a new workshop that we've just put out. But all the information on all the workshops you'll find on our website.
I'm already on my way home. We have just visited the Essential Herbal Farm. Look at the beautiful scenery. This alone will heal your lungs. It's fresh air, no pollution. And once in a while, you come to places like this so that you will be invigorated, revived, and enjoy. Forget your stress, your worries. Just come to this place and be healed.